Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're going to be talking about Clover Health. Now, we did talk about Clover Health before, but in today's video, I'm going to be giving you updates, due diligence, technical analysis, and a bit of news, etc. when I think about this one. My last video is in the description below if you would like to watch that one as well. Now, let's jump right into this one. Clover Health. We did receive on the June 24th date a new piece of news going to Clover plans expansion into 101 new markets. And the really good thing about this one is it basically nearly doubles the company's geographic footprint based on the number of counties alone. Previously, they had 108 counties, and right now they're increasing it to 101 to a total of 209 counties, and that's exciting. Individuals eligible for Medicare in these new counties can sign up to Clover Health's or Clover's plans during the annual election period, which runs from October 15th to December 7th, with coverage starting on January 2022. So we're not going to really know much about the numbers of signups on quarter 2 or quarter 3, but mainly, or actually, sorry, we're already in quarter 3, but mainly in quarter 4, we're going to be able to start getting those numbers perhaps at the very end. Clover currently offsets its Medicare Advantage plans in the 108, or offers, 108 counties, where it cares for approximately 66,300 members. The planned expansion will bring coverage to an additional 101 counties, 94 of which are in Clover Health states, including Georgia, New Jersey, South Carolina, and Texas, an additional 7 which are in Alabama, which is a new state for the company. Clover also plans to be available, to be in Arizona, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. This expansion would allow more seniors, many of whom live in rural areas and are more likely to face health disparities than those in more urban areas, to access Clover Health high-value, affordable open networks plans and data-driven personalized care made possible by our clinical support tool, the Clover Assistant. And that was actually said by the president of Clover Health, Andrew Toy. By empowering a wide network of primary care physicians with Clover Assistants, we aim to improve the coordination and address care gaps and ultimately enhance the quality of care and lower overall medical care expenses for more medical eligibles or more Medicare eligibles in underserved communities going forward. We plan to be even more focused on expanding Clover's plans to be eligible in these underserved communities. So additionally, Clover intends to introduce a number of new benefits, some of which may be launching to existing Clover members as early as the third quarter of 2021. For many of its plans, Clover extends to expand its over-the-counter benefits and add a grocery benefit, which would enable and be available in many major retailers, including Walmart, additional local supermarkets, and regional chains. So that's a lot of news. Now, let's go on a bit towards SEC filings, because I did want to talk or mention a couple of snippets from the SEC filings. The first one includes implications of being an emerging growth company. And as a company with less than $1 billion in revenue during their last completed fiscal year, we qualify as an emerging growth company, as defined by the Jumpstart Our Business Act, Startup Act of 2012, or the Jobs Act. An emerging growth company may take advantage of specified reduced reporting requirements that are otherwise applicable generally to the public companies. These reduced reporting requirements include, but before moving on to there, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button on the bottom right corner and the bell notification button. Don't forget to click a like down below, and if you'd like to join our Discord that is totally free, it's in the description below. Now back onto this one here, they include but not limited to: we have incurred losses in the past and we anticipate increased expenses in the future, and we may not be able to achieve or maintain profitability. We have relatively limited experience with Clover Assistants, and initial results might not be indicative of the future performance. Our performance for the future depends in part on increasing the lifetime value of our enrollments, which are realized over several years, and any failures to do so could negatively affect our future prospects and results of operations, including their ability to attain or increase profitability. If they fail to estimate price for and manage medical expenses in an effective manner, the profitability of their Medicare Advantage plans could decline, which could materially and adversely affect our results of operations, financial positions, and cash flow. CMS risks adjustment payment systems masks our revenue and profitability, difficult to predict, and could result in materials retroactive adjustments, yada yada. Now, that seems to be all basic. Now, I don't think that we should go forward in terms of reading the entire thing, but you can just easily pause your screen and go ahead and give it a read. Now, moving on from there, we do have another part, which is the institutional buyers. And if we were to look into institutional buyers, you get to see that on the 28th, there was an addition of around 1,000 shares, so that's not significant much. But overall, in June, they've been more bullish than bearish in the addition of stocks. Now, in terms of insiders, it's been really quiet on there, and the short interest appears to be somewhere still around 20-25% per day in terms of the short volume. So that might still be considerably high for a quote-unquote short squeeze, but it's very unlikely that that would even happen. Now, in terms of analysts, currently you have a hold rating. You have 3 ratings: 1 buy, 1 hold, and 1 sell. And the current price targets include on the highs $10, in the middle $9.67, and in the bottom $9. Currently, it's trading at $12.80, which means that itself is at least to the average $9.67 being around 25% downside. Let's move on now towards technical analysis. Now, from a technical analysis standpoint of view, we start noticing a few things here. Now, on the moving averages, they're still bullish. The 10 moving simple day average, the SMA, is above the 30 EMA, the exponential form, and the price point is above the 200 SMA. Currently, it's above this thing called a trading action zone. So the trading action zone is where positive reversals are most likely. That's between the 10 SMA and the 30 EMA, between 1286 and 1171. Now on the ADX, you get to see that it's bringing it down a bit from a positive trend. Going down towards the volume percent R, you get to see this is sitting in neutral, neither overbought or oversold, and the MACD has gone towards the negative side. So what does that really mean when the MACD goes towards the negative side? It is a bit of a tale of caution there, where it's probably going to go towards an accumulation stage before a positive reversal. So it appears that that positive reversal that we were anticipating before is gone towards more of an accumulation for this time. Now the MACD shows you a bunch of things, but momentum itself can give you a key indication to that movement. You get to see the momentum is climbing back up from negative 0.836 to negative 1.54. Still negative, but going back towards the positive side, which is very bullish. In terms of the stochastic fast and the stochastic slow, what we get to see here is that they both are actually downwards, and it might indicate that this might actually be a bottom-up price for a regional period, which is somewhere, I would say, after the 4th of June, and it appears that it might actually be a nice point to buy. In terms of the moving average bands, you get to see that they're moving upwards, which is a bullish thing. The current moving average band expects this one to trade at 14.19 in the top, 12.90 in the middle, and 11.61 in the bottom. And I drew this channel before saying if it does push above this channel, it would be a bullish breakout. And you get to see that that was actually a reversal, where it went up towards a bullish reversal, and then seems to be going downwards again in a similar similar matter, parallel to that channel. Now, if you were to look into Fibonacci retracements going all the way up to 2885 to 756, what we get to see in terms of this one is that there is a Fibonacci retracement support sitting at 1258, below there 757. Resistances are 1568, 1890, 2069, 2426, and 2885. On a price line action though, we see a very strong resistance at the 1265, 1210, below there 1130, 1022, going downwards to 897 and 858 to 756. The current resistances from what we're seeing is at 1328, there's a resistance, above there 1398, and then 1474, going towards 1655, 1822, going up to 2041, and then 2202, 23.79. Honestly, if it does jump over there, it's going to be very easy for it to fly to the 28.31, and from there on, probably $30 and an all-time high. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? I did talk about this one before, their forecasts, their projections, and if they're actually expanding the number of counties currently, starting in really for the first quarter of 2022, that's double the income that can come in. Not sure exactly about the expenses because the majority of these states itself are states that they already provide to. So if that is in fact the case, then their expenses shouldn't go as much as the revenue. But again, they're also targeting counties and rural areas, which might not be condensed in density compared to what they have currently. And so I'm not exactly sure how much the revenue there, but I'm definitely still remaining bullish onto this one when it comes towards their long-term forecasts. I do anticipate for this one to double in the next few years, and it will probably have massive volatility that like you've seen before. What do you think about this one? Make sure to down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.
Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.